A little girl spots her father and runs to meet him. She doesn't see a car passing by and is almost run over, but her mother and a man manage to save her in time. The woman tells her daughter never to do that again. The concerned man asks if she was okay. The little girl looks sad that her father is gone again, but her mother says that it doesn't matter and that her daughter was never to do that again. Sad, the little girl says that she saw her father kissing another woman, but the woman says that that man over there was her new boyfriend, which makes the girl very happy that her mother is not alone anymore. Then the woman tells her daughter to wait for her in her car. Confused, the man asks why she lied to her daughter. She says she only had that option and she had to lie, but the man says that would set a bad example for her daughter. The woman tells the man that since she's separated from her husband, the girl is very sad when she sees him with someone else and thanks him for saving the little girl, but he says he didn't need to thank her. The woman then says that she really appreciates what he did and says that she has a proposal to make for him. He is curious about the proposal and asks what it was about. She says she needed him to pretend to be her boyfriend for a while. The man is a little suspicious about that, but the woman says that it was just to cheer up her daughter a little and that if necessary, she would even pay him. He says he accepts because he was going through a difficult time and asks how they were going to do that. The woman then says that she will explain her plan to him and asks him to accompany her. Sometime later, the man appears at the woman's door with flowers and a gift. The woman is happy with his visit and he says he was there to see her. She asks what he was carrying and he says it was a present for her. The woman says that it was not necessary to spend money on them, but the man says that it was always his dream to be able to have a daughter and that they deserved a gift. The little girl is very happy to see the man and runs to hug him and calls him Dad. The woman says that the man was not the little girl's father, he was just her boyfriend, but the little girl says that if he was her mother's boyfriend, then he was her father. Then the man says he brought the little girl a present. She takes the box, thanks the man and asks him to come in to play with her a little. He says it will be a pleasure. The little girl then enters the house and says she will wait for him inside. The woman again says that he didn't need to spend money on them, but the man says that wouldn't have been a problem and that he shouldn't misunderstand him, as he just wanted to get into character. Then the two enter the house. Inside the house, the little girl says that she really liked her present and that her father had never given her anything. The man is very happy that the little girl liked the gift. She then says that her father never played with her and asks if the man will come. He says yes and that whenever she wanted him he would play with her. Then the two talk some more and seem to be getting along very well. Seeing this, the woman is overjoyed that her daughter is getting along well with the man. Later the man is teaching the little girl how to play the guitar. She shows her some notes and she tries to do it. When the doorbell rings, the man says he will go see who was at the door and the little girl says she will go with him. When they get there, the father of the little girl who was there, he asks who that man would be and why he was hugging his daughter. She says the man was her new father, which leaves her father very confused by that. The woman then arrives and asks what was going on there. The little girl's father asks her why she is calling that man her father. She tells him to take it easy and asks the man to come in with his daughter. The man asks if she didn't want him to stay there, but she says no. The little girl's father becomes impatient and asks for an explanation. The man tells him to calm down and that there was no need to scream, but that only makes the father angrier. He says that that was also his house and that he paid for it. The woman then again asks the man to enter with his daughter so she can talk to the little girl's father. She gets very angry with the little girl's father and says he has no right to do that. He says he clearly would be mad at her for bringing a stranger into her house, but she says he wasn't a stranger, he was her boyfriend. The father then laughs at the situation and says that she didn't ask for his permission to do that, but she says that she didn't need his permission, because the house was hers too. The man then says that it wasn't going to stay that way and that he would get in touch with his lawyer. The woman says he wouldn't have any say for him or even visit his daughter, but the man says she was his daughter and he didn't want any man near her. The woman says that that house was not his and that he should stop pretending to be a good father. She says she has the right to have an opinion, but the woman says that when her daughter was almost run over, it was her boyfriend who saved her and not him. He doesn't believe her and says her boyfriend wouldn't be able to save anyone. The woman then says she doesn't want to argue with him anymore, but the little girl's father says he's going to go after his lawyer to get custody of his daughter. Meanwhile, the little girl is telling the man that she doesn't want to go with her father, as she wants to be with him and her mother. The man reassures her and says that would not happen. The little girl's father keeps saying that he will have custody of his daughter, but the woman doesn't want to talk to him anymore, tells him to leave. Sometime later, the little girl has a high fever and the two are very worried about her. The man asks if the woman wanted him to get some medicine for her, but the woman says it wouldn't be necessary and that he could go home now. The man says he wouldn't leave the two alone, but the woman says he can go and that the situation had gotten out of hand. She hands him the money they agreed on and thanks him for making her daughter happier. The man says he doesn't want the money anymore. He says he likes the little girl a lot and that his dream has always been to have a family and that the woman provided him with that. He says he wants to be able to help the two more, but the woman says he wouldn't be able to, because when she met him he didn't even have money to buy clothes. The man then confesses that the day he met her, he ended up lying to her. Confused, the woman asks for explanations. The man actually says that he is a very rich lawyer and that he wants to be able to help the two in whatever way possible and that he will get full custody of his daughter for the woman. The woman asks if he would do that for her and he says he would gladly do it. Very happy with that, the woman thanks the man. Sometime later, the little girl's father is saying that he had gone after a good lawyer and that he will get custody of his daughter. The lawyer then says that it was for the woman to sign the papers to pass custody of the girl to her father, but the woman says she will not sign. The father gets mad and tells her to sign the papers soon. The lawyer then says he understands that the situation was difficult for the woman, but that she needed to sign the papers. The man then says that the woman won't sign, which makes the father mad at him and he says he shouldn't even be there. The woman then says that the man could indeed be there because he was her lawyer and the man says that he went after all the necessary documents for the girl's custody to be with her mother. The father then says that he does not accept that situation, but the woman says that he did not have to accept it and that after such an unhappy time in his marriage, the little girl's father never paid attention to his daughter nor even paid for her alimony. Confused by the situation, the father's lawyer says that he had not told him that he had never paid child support. He apologizes to both of them and says that the little girl's father had no right to ask for custody of the girl and goes although. Very angry about that, the father says that he will not accept losing his daughter and that that was a lie. The woman then says that that wasn't a lie, because she was the one who always paid for everything for the girl. The man then says that that case was closed and that the girl's custody was the mother's. This makes the father very angry and he leaves. The woman then thanks the man for his help and the three leave happily together.